India has added 5 more Ramsar sites or wetlands of international importance. Now the number of Ramsar sites in India is 54. These are Karikili Bird Sanctuary, Palikarani Marsh Reserve Forest and Pichavaram Mangrove in Tamil Nadu, Sakya Sagar in Madhya Pradesh and Pala Wetlands in Mizoram. What is a Ramsar site? What is a wetland? Let us first understand. Although there is not one single definition of wetlands, in simple terms we can understand that wetlands are areas where water covers the soil or is present either at or near the surface of soil all year or for varying period of times during the year, including during the growing season. In the Ramsar Convention, the Convention on Wetlands of International Importance, a definition for wetlands was provided. Wetlands are areas of marsh, fen, peatland or water, whether natural or artificial, permanent or temporary, with water that is static or flowing, fresh, brackish or salt, including areas of marine water, the depth of which at low tides does not exceed 6 meters. So it means it can be temporarily or permanently saturated with water. It can be salty, brackish water, but the depth of water should not exceed 6 meters. These wetlands are very important because they provide a complex assemblage of various plants, animals, microbes, etc. They provide important resources and important ecosystem services such as food, water, fiber, groundwater recharge. They also in a way purify water because when the water flow through these wetlands, the wetlands and the plants here, aquatic plants, absorb the excess nutrition and they purify the water. It also provides flood moderation, erosion control and climate regulation. In terms of societal benefits, they provide food and habitat for fish and wildlife, including threatened and endangered species, water quality improvement, flood storage, shoreline erosion control, etc. Because of their importance, it was decided that we need to protect the wetlands. Earlier it was believed that they are wastelands and the static water cause diseases. However, in 1971, a convention was held in Iran, Ramsar. That is why the convention is called Ramsar Convention. It is an international agreement promoting the conservation and wise use of wetlands. It is the only global treaty to focus on a single ecosystem, that is wetlands, adopted in the Iranian city of Ramsar in 1971 and came into force in 1975. Almost all of the countries have signed this Ramsar Convention. Once a country decides to designate a wetland as a Ramsar site, then it is the responsibility of the government to protect that wetland. The Ramsar label helps in providing the international visibility. Although being designated a Ramsar site does not necessarily invite any extra international funds. There are certain criteria for Ramsar site designation, and among all these criteria, at least one criteria should be met to designate a wetland as Ramsar site. First of all, it should support vulnerable, endangered or critically endangered species or threatened ecological communities, or if it regularly supports 20,000 or more water birds or is an important source of food for fishes. Spawning grounds means grounds for laying eggs for fishes, frogs, etc. Nursery and or migration path on which fish stocks are dependent upon. Static or flowing fresh brackish or salt, including areas of marine water, the depth of which at low tides does not exceed 6 meters, included as the definition of wetland. And it should not include river channels, paddy fields, human-made water bodies, tanks specifically constructed for drinking water purposes. So these are not to be designated as Ramsar site. Now a very confusing question was asked in 2022 prelims on wetlands. If rainforests and tropical forests are the lungs of the earth, then surely wetlands function as its kidneys. Now what is the function of kidney? Kidney basically purifies the blood. Which one of the following functions of wetlands best reflect the above statement? Now among all these statements, there is some truth in all these statements, but it says the function of wetlands as the kidneys, means the function of wetlands as purification site. The water cycle in wetlands involves surface runoff, subsoil percolation and evaporation. This is true. Algae from the nutrient base upon which fish, crustaceans, mollusks, birds, reptiles and mammals thrive. This is not the function of kidney. Wetlands play a vital role in maintaining sedimentation, balance and soil stabilization. And the aquatic plants absorb heavy metals and excess nutrients. Now D is also correct and A can also be correct because water cycle in wetlands involves surface runoffs, subsoil percolation and evaporation. C is also correct. In some sense, wetlands play a vital role in maintaining sedimentation balance and soil stabilization. What should be the answer? Mention your answer in the comment section and let us discuss what should be the function of wetlands as kidneys. One more question was asked on wetlands. Consider the following pairs: wetland and lake location. Hokera wetland Punjab, Renuka wetland Himachal Pradesh, Rudrasagar lake Tripura, Sashtamkota lake Tamil Nadu. How many pairs given above are correctly matched? Hokera wetland is not in Punjab, it is in Jammu and Kashmir, so this is not correctly matched. Renuka wetland is in Himachal Pradesh, correct. Rudrasagar lake is in Tripura, true. And Sashtamkota lake is in Kerala. So the answer will be only 2 pairs. I have already made a trick to remember Ramsar sites. Link will be in the description. If you want me to make a new trick including all these new sites, mention that in the comment section. And if you're new here, do subscribe. We solve lots of previous year questions and these previous year questions get repeated in the exam. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.